Hello, friends. I'm coming to you with my cap, and this is especially for a video for those of you who have lost all your hair, and you've lost your lashes and your brow, right? And it feels really naked, right? We all know that lashes and brows and hair gives definition to our face. And so I just wanted to show you a little hack that I have, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. But I do not have the patience to, on a daily basis, wear false lashes, so falsies, right? And nor do I want to pay high end money, or can I pay high end money to go and have them applied every so often. And so I do what I can with my makeup. And as a Mary Kay consultant, this has been one of the greatest blessings in doing this for my business. And going through the alopecia journey has been to be able to learn how to do my skincare and make it look and work for me. So I have already done makeup on this eye, and so now I'm doing it on the other, and I'm trying to do this while looking into the camera, um, which is kind of awkward. Anyway, so if I look away from actually the camera for a little bit, it's because I have a mirror right behind this, and that's where I'm going to look. So I have applied a little under eye corrector, and I'm going to dab that out, and it really helps to lift the eye area. And normally I would do this after I've done my makeup, but today I'll do it before, which can also be done. So do you see how that instantly lifted it, right? And then what I like to also do is use our new foundation. And I'm going to use beige. Actually, it's medium 6. And these new foundations are amazing. So if you haven't tried them yet, I'm just going to apply a little bit to my brush. And this is going to be the foundation for my eyelid, okay? So it's like a primer for my eyelid. So I'm just going to apply that. And did you see how a little goes a long way, right? And it helps to lift that area. And it's going to be a great base for my eye makeup. And if you have a little bit too much, you can certainly dab that off as needed. And that just becomes a perfect little palette for my eye color. Then mostly what I wanted to show you wasn't so much an eye look today as more what I do with my liner to make it kind of give the appearance of lashes without having lashes. But I'm just going to give a little bit of a base to my eyelid first. So I'm going to take my Biscotti eyeshadow, which is a mineral eyeshadow, and apply that all over my eye. Okay, like so. Then I go in with a little bit of candlelight, put that there. I'm going to match up my other eye as quickly as I can. And then we'll do some hazelnut, which is a wonderful shade for the crease. So you want to go in and create the crease, which also helps to give definition. This is a really natural eye look. And hazelnut goes for a lot of people, works really, really well. And I am certainly not a makeup artist, but I have learned a lot. So for now, that's all I'm going to do, because again, I want to show you what I do with my some tips and hacks I have learned from using my eyeliner. So what you want to do first, and this is really helpful because I want to use a waterproof. I'm going to use my Steely. On this I have my brown, but on this eye I'm going to use my Steely. So Mary Kay girls, if you're watching this, the Steely eyeliner that we have that's waterproof really actually adheres a little bit better than the brown does for some reason. So I'm going to apply this. And when you do this right away, you have a little more time. So I like to draw that in first and then go in with my waterproof black on my top lid. Normally, when you're a blue-eyed girl and more fair, black is not recommended because it's a little more harsh. But I use it again to give a little more definition to my eyes since I don't have lashes on which to put black mascara, right? And then I'm going to go at the bottom. And just line my eye like so. And after that, you want to put some eyeshadow on top of that because it's going to soften the look a little bit. So I use our slanted tip eyebrow and eyeliner. Let me hold that against my hand so you can see that what it looks like so. I dip it in my espresso and just kind of dab that on top. And then twist it up here a little bit because that kind of is where your lash line would have come up, right? So it kind of gives the appearance of a lash coming out like that. Okay, then what I'm going to do is use our Sharpie. So this is our waterproof liquid eyeliner pen. And we also have a gel that I use sometimes, but the pen is a little easier to work with. And so this is what I do. After I have traced where my lash line would go with my other eyeliner, so you can use the Steely or the brown, which I brown on this side, Steely on this side. Then on top of that, I use our liquid eyeliner pen. And you see how that's a very sharp, precise tip. And it's very easy to use. And so I will go in on top of what I just did and just create a little bit of a wing like so. Now I am at the age where my skin is starting to get a little more textured, and so a super big cat eye wing is not going to work for me, but it might do for you. Then I take my blender brush with a pointed tip. I dip that in my espresso Chroma Fusion eyeshadow and tap that on top. Just gently dab that on top and bring it out a little bit into the crease here to create a little bit more of a definition. But I'm staying within that wing. So there you have it. That is, of course, I could apply more eyeshadow now on this eye if I wanted to, but that is what I do to make sure my eyeliners stay put. Because here's the deal. When you have lost all your lashes, sorry about that, my light goes out now and then. When you've lost all your lashes, there is nothing for your eyeliner to adhere to, because normally it adheres to the bottom base of where your lash is. That's where a lot of the color grabs. And so when you don't have that, it tends to want to move around no matter how good it is. And so this is what I do. And I have found it gives me a good look all day long. And especially if you wear glasses, some of that, it's not as abrupt going straight to your eye. You have the glasses between you and whoever is watching you, right? So I like to sandwich my eyeliner with, you can even go in beforehand with that slanted tip brush that I showed you with this. And you can even draw a line here before, or if you don't want to use a regular eyeliner, you can do that with just this brush. Draw a line before, and then I like to go in with my eyeliner first, a regular eyeliner pencil, before I do my waterproof on the top lid only. So I don't do black here. It gives a little softer look. I know I did a brow tip the other day, but our brow products are great as well. And so that's my little tip for you. What I've learned since having alopecia and how important it is to do that additional step with a little bit of eyeshadow on top to soften the look, but also to keep it in place all day long against the moisture that happens in our face, right? When we sweat, when we blink, when we tear up, all of those things. You can also, as an additional protection, take a little brush And you can dip it in your translucent powder. So this is what another little tip that I have learned. So our translucent powder, I like to put some in the lid. So dab it into the lid. Take a little brush. It doesn't have to be a as finely pointed as this one. And then you can trace along your lash line just a tad like this. That too will help to keep that eyeliner in place and not move as you go throughout your day. I hope that's a blessing to someone. Bye.